Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It is now Wednesday, and we are in Mark chapter 5. We're going to read from verse 21. Mark 5:21. When Jesus had again crossed over by boat to the other side of the lake, a large crowd gathered round him while he was by the lake. Then one of the synagogue leaders named Jairus came, and when he saw Jesus, he fell at his feet and pleaded earnestly with him, "My little daughter is dying. Please come and put your hands on her so that she will be healed and live." So Jesus went with them. A large crowd followed and pressed round him, and a woman who'd been there subject to bleeding for 12 years. She'd suffered a great deal under the care of many doctors and had spent all she had, yet instead of getting better, she grew worse. When she heard about Jesus, she came up behind him in the crowd and touched his cloak, because she thought, "If I just touch his clothes, I'll be healed." Immediately her bleeding stopped, and she felt in her body that she was freed from her suffering. At once, Jesus realized the power had gone out of him. He turned round in the crowd and asked, "Who touched my clothes?" "You see the people crowding against you," his disciples answered, "and yet you ask, 'Who touched me?'" But Jesus kept looking around to see who'd done it. Then the woman, knowing what had happened to her, came and fell at his feet, and trembling with fear, told the whole truth. He said to her, "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace. Be freed from your suffering." Well, tomorrow we're going to think about Jairus, but today we're going to think about this woman. She's sort of in the middle of the story. Tell us a little bit, David. What would it have been like to be that woman, do you think? Put it in kind of modern day.
So she's obviously went to get help for her condition. It seems like sort of with this bleeding, and the people that have had tried to help have actually made the situation worse. So, on top of your sort of pain, you've got the pain of sort of people like, I don't know, your anger or maybe resentment towards these people who have actually made your life even more worse.
Yeah, and she spent all she had on it.
Yeah.
It's easy to imagine, like some people who've been under like the doctor for ages and maybe medication or whatever has not helped. And
yeah, it does actually remind me of someone, a Christian lady I do know who, you know, different things happened in her life. You know, where the doctor gave her the wrong information about her son, and he stopped taking medication. He died, and like, you know how, you know, so, yeah, I just think.
And I guess because of her bleeding, she's unclean. She's sort of outside of God's people. She's like, so like I guess yesterday we saw that obviously that demon-possessed man was on the edge of everything, but she also is as well because of like uncleanness and like her ill health and those type of things.
Yeah, the shame she would have experienced, and like just the isolation again, sort of with the demon-possessed man. Like she would have felt worthless.
Yeah,
you know, dirty, all those sorts of things. Like,
and yet in some ways she's drawn to Jesus, isn't she?
Yeah.
And she's got this like really kind of, in one sense, it seems like a crazy plan. I'll just touch his cloak, and then boom, I'll be healed. But it's not that Jesus had a magic cloak and he walked around, and if you touched his magic cloak, it is that Jesus makes it really clear that it's because of your faith that you've been healed. Like, I know what's going on inside you. You knew I could heal you, and I have. I guess so. We've done 3 sessions so far. We've seen Jesus calm the storm, Jesus heal the demon-possessed man, and heal this unclean woman. And there's this kind of contrast between fear and faith. How do you think so far these passages has helped to kind of fuel our faith, help us to trust Jesus?
I think one of the things that's coming to my mind is the fact that no matter how helpless we feel at the moment, I suppose God can do something in our life. That might look different for different situations, obviously, but you know, so I think whatever maybe you think at the moment, I don't know, I'm hopeless, I can't change, this situation can't change. I suppose more importantly, we can't change. Then there is hope that God can do something in your situation. think that's one of the things that sticks out to me.
Yeah, and I think that'd be a great thing just to sort of pray through, think about all of these different people, and thank God that the way Jesus interacts with them is not the way that everyone else does, of like holding them at arm's length or not doing anything or not capable of doing anything. He can intervene. He wants to intervene. He's for people who are sort of broken, battered, sort of left out. So join us again tomorrow. We'll have a look at Jairus' daughter. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.